Alright guys, I'm a little irritated with myself, but shit happens. I had a 20-minute video recorded for y'all. I was probably gonna break it down into two parts, but I deleted it. Yeah. Well, I didn't delete it. It said it was gonna take up like X amount of space, so I was like, well shoot. Let me delete some things real quick so I don't glitch my phone out. Well, I was like, man, this is part of the clip I put in there, so because I did it in clips, so I put it in there and I was like, alright, so I can delete it, right? That's just not how life works. Just save your stuff. So anyway, I was thinking in the back of my head, if it deletes this, I'm gonna be super mad at myself, but it happened. But anyway, so what I'm talking about today is I'm gonna be talking about the shooting at the YouTube headquarters, and there's a lot to talk about. There really is, because for this first little clip I'm gonna put in after this, I am going to add a clip in about how the dad is talking about how he warned the police, and he told them his daughter was missing, and he told him his daughter was needing help, and didn't like YouTube at all. So y'all go ahead and watch it, and stay tuned, because it'll be a rather long video. I may end up breaking it into two parts so I can finish the rest of it tomorrow. But here we go.
Told CBS News he reported Ogden missing to police Monday after she didn't answer her phone for 2 days. Around 2 a.m. Tuesday, police called saying they found her sleeping in her car in Mountain View, just 30 minutes southeast of YouTube's headquarters. Ogden's father claims he warned police she was upset with YouTube and was afraid of what might happen. Mountain View police do confirm they spoke with Ogden, but did not say if her father warned them that she might head to the YouTube headquarters. We also reached out to YouTube to ask them about the complaints that Ogden had made. We have yet to hear back from them. Bianna?
We will likely learn more in the days to come. Uday, thank you.
Alright guys, so this is one thing that happens a lot in these shootings, whether it be a school shooting or something like that. These people are making cries out for help, whether that's how you see it or not. They have mental health issues, and it's crazy. Nobody will listen, because students blow it off. They tell their parents, if they do tell anybody, and they tell their parents and their teachers, and their parents and teachers go, oh man, he's just fooling around, that's pathetic, but oh well, it happens. And it shouldn't be something that happens. It shouldn't be something that's okay. And when the police get told, the police go, we got a lot of these cases going on. He's a 15-year-old kid, he's a 17-year-old kid, alright, he's a 21-year-old kid, it's nothing. But it's ridiculous. It really is, because it's something that should be taken seriously. And I'm not saying that what these people do are right by any means, because it's horrific. It's very tragic, and it's very sad, and my heart goes out to all the families affected by everything that's going on. But if we wanted to stop, we gotta stop talking about it, and we have to stop blaming guns and start addressing mental issues, addressing how our court systems work and stuff like that. We gotta start addressing how these get reported and what goes about after they get reported. So y'all watch this next clip on what this guy thinks about what he wished he had and what he was feeling as the shooting was going down at the YouTube headquarters. So y'all just pay attention.
I think he shot somebody else, because there was 4 more shots after that. It went bam, 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 and then after that I didn't hear nothing.
What's going through your mind with, people dropping, being shot multiple times, bullets whizzing, people bleeding? What's going through your mind?
Well, Leslie was on my mind, but at the same time, I knew, I had to be smart. You got to be smart. You got to be fast. You got to think fast, get smart. I didn't have a gun on me, but wish I did.
Alright guys, so although this guy did not have a gun, he wished he did, because who knows? He could have prevented some people being killed. Well, nobody was killed in this instance, but at this point, nobody's died from their injuries. 3 people were injured. 1 guy's in critical shape as I'm making this video. And there are several families hurting right now. And this is something that nobody should ever have to go to. But back to my point, he said he wished he had a gun. And who knows, he may have been able to stop the shooter. And it's something that, you know, is always going to weigh in our back of our minds, because we're always going to have these gun-free zones. And although some places, yes, people don't need to carry guns, but people should be trained to carry guns in most locations. And if someone's trained, they should be able to carry their gun. In no way am I saying that everybody should have a gun, because that'd just be completely insane to me, because not everybody should have a gun. But I'm getting the sniffles a little bit, so this video may be a little bit shorter than the last one, and I'm probably going to cut it into 2 parts. So this next video I'm going to insert is going to be this guy I found on YouTube, and he's going to tell y'all a little bit about what this gun stuff's all about and what's going on with it. So y'all just pay attention.
My heart goes out to those who are directly affected and impacted by yesterday's tragic shooting on a college campus there in Oregon. It equally goes out to those who have been affected by like events over the years since 1966, when Whitman climbed up in a tower on the University of Texas campus and opened fire. At that point, the media decided it was okay to start pushing, promoting, and even glamorizing such events so that the next mass murderer could try to outdo his predecessor. It also brings out the voices crying for greater gun control and legislation banning the use and the ownership of guns. And while I'll admit that 80 people die at the end of a firearm every day in this country, gun control is not the problem. It's not the issue. Oh, we got problems, and they're threefold. We have a mental health problem, we have a politician problem, and we have a media problem. All 3 of which need to be drastically addressed and fixed. I'll point you back to the 18th Amendment, the one that banned the use, the creation, and the distribution of alcohol. Didn't work. Alcohol flourished. Even though it was illegal, it paved the way for people such as Al Capone to create an empire around the distribution of alcohol. Now replace alcohol with guns, what do you get? Don't have to look far. Mr. President, take a look at your hometown of Chicago and see where gun control is rampant. So is murder. I own a gun, and so do tens of millions of Americans, and I don't think any legislation is going to take it away. Now, that's not us being pompous or trying to politicize an issue. It's just us saying that it's never crossed our mind one time to ever go out and kill somebody. It's a mental health issue. I'm not telling you to change your mind. I'm telling you to think, and let's focus where the issues really are. People out there need help, and we need to figure out a way to give it to them. As always, love y'all. God bless.
Although that video is over a year old, guys, it's still very true and remains true to this day, because as he says, we have 3 problems: mental health issues, we have problems with politicians, and we have problems with the media. Alright, so our problems with... Sorry about that. Had to let my dogs out for a second. But the problems we have with politicians are they just don't know when to shut their mouth. And they talk about situations they don't know about. And right now, they're talking about gun control and stuff when they got 6, 7... As I was saying before my phone did something, they have 6 or 7 people standing there in front of them with heavy artillery, and it's okay for them to say that we don't need someone standing in front of our children's doors at their schools with that same heavy artillery that they have just to protect them and their wife, and maybe in their future them and their husband. But it's okay for them to say that when they have no clue what it's like to walk down the street and walk in those situations. And it's not happening, I mean, it's not happening on every street, but it's definitely happening in many places. And that's something that really needs to be addressed. The next problem we have is mental health issues. These people with mental health issues are crying out for help, and nobody is listening. They're saying, I'm gonna shoot up this school. Kids see it online and they say nothing about it, or they say it to their parents and their parents blow it off, or they tell their teacher and their teacher thinks, oh, he's just saying, hey, I gave him an F on that paper. But really, it's because they've got this problem going on in their head, and they're losing the battle. And although what they end up doing or may end up doing is not right and nowhere near do I support it, I think it is very wrong. And it's sad how many lives can be affected in a matter of just a minute or even 2 minutes. And it's really sad because all those kids have potentials, and all those adults even still have potentials to be something and to do something with their life. No matter whether they're failing their math class or not, they still have potential to be the next president, to be the cop that responds to that scene, to be in the military and fight for our country, or to be a teacher to teach those kids, or to be a veterinarian and take care of your pets. They all have potentials in different areas of life, and none of those potentials and dreams will be followed now because someone felt the need to go shoot up the school. And a lot of it is to do with attention. And the next thing is media. And the media puts out, they put out the victims' names out there, but they put out the suspect's name. It's all over. We hear about it for weeks. We'll never forget who that suspect is, but we'll forget the names of the victims. And the media does a lot. They like to stir up trouble. They like to get everybody going, and it's ridiculous because they sit there all day and they get paid to report on these incidents, and they get paid to put fake people in there. They pay fake people to do that, and I'm not going to get too much into this because I don't want YouTube to block this. Fuck y'all, YouTube. But they take these situations and they turn them into something they're not. They turn them into movements for gun control. They turn them into just another situation that's going on. And it's sad because those kids meant something. Those kids had a family. And now we got kids walking out of schools for something they don't even know what they're walking out for. We got kids arguing over shit they don't know what they're arguing over. Sorry about that cut off. I had a buddy call me, and so I picked up. But we got kids arguing over stuff they don't know what they're arguing over. We got adults arguing over stuff they don't know what they're arguing over. If you don't know, keep your mouth closed. Do some research and then talk. And with whatever side you want to talk with, but I may disagree, but that's my right, just like it's your right to disagree with me. So my point is stop saying stuff before you know what it is, because we got people that, hell, if I said Trump got shot last night, they believe me, and they go tell every single one of their friends, and they would tell it without doing any research, looking on the news to see if it's real. And that's ridiculous because it puts up so much shit out there, and it starts so much drama between everybody, especially in these schools, that just could be prevented very, very simply. It's just like the media stirring up the whites and the blacks, saying, well, black guy got arrested, and so white kid looks at a black guy, and he goes, oh, you know, he's got tattoos. He looks like that dude on the news. And that's wrong. And I'm not saying that's a right or anything like that, but it puts stuff in these people's head. Why don't we put, alright, guy helps lady cross the street, or military people coming home, or military people's funeral coming up, and stuff like that. Why don't we do that stuff anymore? Because when I was growing up, that's what happened, and that's what was on the news, not this petty ass shit. And it's just crazy, and it's just really sad. Alright guys, I moved into my workshop because I thought my dogs would be quieter if I let them outside and went in my workshop rather than if I did in my house, but they gotta prove me wrong, turn me into a liar. But if you like this video, this is only part 1, and comment below, leave a like, and if you didn't like it, dislike it like always, and share it if you would, and get a little bit of attention. And it's only part 1, like I said, so y'all take care, and until tomorrow, God bless. Y'all have a great day.